You ever run into situations where you thought you overcame the big obstacle, but the big obstacle was yet to come? Yeah, we ran into that today. Stay tuned for more.
Alright, we'll see as loose as we can get it. We'll just stop driving without the use of the brake.
He's on his very first rescue mission, and we're getting interrupted by traffic.
That came out of nowhere, right on the top of the downslope of the hill.
Well, it's farming season, so I'm thinking that that's what's going on. Is
Combine or a harvester or something.
International Combine Harvester is probably out and about. So, anyways, we're going to slow to a crawl now, and we're going to try to take that again.
All right, so we're on our way to do our first rescue, and we are stuck behind something, sitting here in traffic, but we're on our way out just past Scio here in Oregon in a nice 90-degree day. Got the AC blowing at least, kind of mildly working. We're rescuing a 1984 or 86 Dodge D50. It has the 2.3 liter diesel engine in it. So I took a look at it earlier, took some pictures and whatnot, just kind of got an eyeball. The guy says it runs. We'll see. We're gonna put a new battery in it, and we'll see if it cranks over and runs. Try and get this home. I got my brother here with me today doing the recording and edit and helping with my editing. There we go.
What's wrong with it?
Just doesn't start right now, which he let it sit for too long.
Okay.
So
Was it parked for a reason?
He parked it because the four-wheel drive was always engaged. So we got either, and he says there's a little handle and it mounts down to the transfer case, and he says that's got rounded off down below or something like that. And he says the part was cheap, but you just need to replace that and then you can lock it out. We're just going to unlock the hubs and drive it home.
Sounds like a winner.
Oh, and looks like it was up there. There's the swather over, so that's what was causing all the mayhem. But we're gonna keep on rolling on here now that the traffic's gonna pick up. We'll get to see if we get this thing running. I'm currently in my own service truck, which I'll do a video on here probably pretty soon. Just kind of doing a describing and whatnot on it. But this is what we're using to rescue vehicles. Currently don't have a car dolly, otherwise I'd just be using that. Eventually, hopefully, we'll get one of those, but they're kind of expensive right now. But we'll just see if we can get it running home and clean it up and hopefully get things rolling, because this is kind of the stuff I like to do, is get the service truck going together. So we'll get up here in a little bit and we'll see if we can get this thing running. Alrighty, well here it is, the 84 Dodge D50 turbocharged diesel. Hasn't run for quite a while. We're going to put a new battery in it because it's completely flat. Not even jumping it gets anything to light up in the cab. So we're going to give this a shot. We're going to get in there, place the battery. It's not actually underneath the hood. It's in the back on the right hand side behind the passenger. It's kind of unique. So we're going to go in there, we're going to replace the battery, and we'll see if we can get this thing running. Alrighty, so here it is, the 2.3 liter diesel turbocharged. It doesn't look too bad. We're going to clean some of this stuff off. We'll blow it off. Got a little bit of oil there. Looks like the power steering is leaking a little bit as well. Not too bad. Fluids look good. Actually, the fluid looks really clean. You got a power steering reservoir right here. The air intake, we got to take a look in here and see how good that air filter is. But for the most part, other than just a lot of pine needles, stuff like that, it doesn't look in too bad a condition. We'll see if we can get this thing cleaned up. Alright, so we're going to take a look in here real quick. Try and clean up around the edge so you don't get too much in there. Pop these off. That one's already popped off. It doesn't look too bad. This cannot get caught on there. Try not to rip any of the hoses off over there. They're relatively old. Other than a little bit in there, main thing is, nothing as it was inside of here, which is the main thing you're looking for. Obviously the outside's gonna have a little bit of stuff in it. It's doing its job, keeping everything clean. But for the most part, it's pretty good. Got a little bit of dirt and some sort of seed. Let's take a quick cleaning in here. Spiders' nests, needles, the usual. Main thing is getting that seat cleaned off. So where this seat's top and bottom, we want to try and get those areas clean as much as possible. Anything in there that's not sealed really well, that's where you have the risk of getting contaminants into your intake here. get stuff in there and that goes straight into the engine, it's not going to be good. I'll get this thing relatched if I can get it in order. That latch doesn't seem to be too good, but it is on there. Alrighty, so here we have the battery compartment. Now this one apparently, he says he had to do this custom here. I'm assuming there's probably a pull lever in the cab or something like that that would automatically get this thing to lower. Not entirely sure, but yeah, it's this piece hooked up here, but it works. It keeps it closed when it needs to be closed. So we got the old battery. Looks like we've got a bar in front of here. We'll get my tools out. Get some of the cobwebs out of the way. We'll unbolt this here and see if we can get this old battery out of here. Got the new battery sitting right here, so measured up a little bit before I got out here. Hopefully that one fits. It's a little bit beefier than what it needs to be. The battery spec on this one that I looked at, for as far as close as we could get, said it's supposed to be about 550 cold cranking amps works. I got an 800 cold cranking amps battery because that's all I could really find that was short enough to make sure it clears the top of the compartment here. So hopefully this one works, and yeah, we've got plenty of cold cranking amps to spare. Always grab more wrenches than you need because you can just put them to the side. I've learned that one a long time ago. And make sure you're going counterclockwise. Helps take stuff off. There's nothing worse than sitting here for a minute, tighten something up you needed to take off. Loose enough just to take them off. Negative was on the left, positive was on the right, so our batteries have the correct orientation at least. That's the most important part. Positive is on the right, so let's try and not short this thing out. Hand tight for now. There we go. Battery installed. We're dead right now.
You gotta push it for 5 minutes or 5 seconds and then try and start it.
Well, the hazards aren't coming on, so it's not getting
it's used to be up to it.
yeah, it's not getting any electrics from the battery itself. Because otherwise the hazards would work right now.
Yeah. How about, can you step on the brake pedal? Yeah, that's all dead back here.
Then?
Yeah, it's no lights, no
Yeah,
nothing.
that's something wrong. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, blown fuses or something maybe.
Alright, so we got battery power up here.
You got okay, so you got battery at the.
Let me look at the starter right quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, starter's got power.
Wait, oh, hold on that. Let me. Oh wait.
You gear.
Was that?
You're not gonna flip the starter, are you?
No. I'm just trying to get it to
You have to
wake
push on
up.
the twist.
There you go. But yeah, no, the starter does have positive, so at the very least it'll start and run.
Well, I got the ignition on right now, and I'm not getting anything at the fuses.
But
Plug that in,
did you say you had the ignition on?
Yeah. That's true, because none of the fuses down here have power.
So there's a main distribution problem then. So you got the main battery cable coming off here.
He's gonna be started.
There's a.
You park your vehicle?
Oh,
Which is in-
what'd you just do? This. I don't know if I did this or not. Was there something that clicked?
Something clicked.
I had to click too.
Okay. You got a big distribution problem right here. You see these?
This is over here.
Oh,
That's the start. That's the starter. That's the
Starter.
Is your starter stuck on?
No, I have the ignition forward. That's
Yeah.
that's the fuel pump clicking on.
Oh yeah, I hear it now.
So we need to clean up that connector.
Yes, and our splice and our
Okay.
do a hack job. But that's
Wait, is that 2 wires going into one?
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, found a problem. Corrosion.
Ooh, we didn't look at that plug.
Yeah. Right. All right.
Yeah.
I can't seem to find it, but this terminal's actually starting to go with you. So
we'll
you're
just
gonna
snip, snip.
here. I'll let you do that. All right. Here. You're the mechanic. Well, I'm a mechanic too, but this is your baby.
You might turn the key off while you're working on it.
Yeah. Can you turn it off?
Yeah, we.
You short it out and it's going to fry your battery.
I don't think it'll fire the battery, but it might fire the truck, and I don't want that.
No, either one.
Why we got a cassette deck in here? Right. Yes. Sorry, I'm old school.
Oh.
I'm weird. Hey, Poppers, you're probably pretty hot, aren't you? Hey, Poppers.
Alrighty, we'll see if this thing can run.
There you go, puppy.
Yeah.
You go, puppy. It's hot out here, isn't it? Here we have our boss. Keep an eye out for us.
When? Get a good start on it.
Oh, it just completely destroyed my screwdriver.
All right, try it now. No?
You're making some smoke?
Smoke it, brah.
It says about a little over half the tank is accurate.
Oh, that's just good enough to go back and forth to tail for 2 days.
Yeah. We'll let it just sit here a little bit. Yeah. Is that? We're gonna try and see if it moves. Will it move? We'll find out.
Well, of course.
Did I close that battery compartment?
No.
Give it some gas. Make the clutch
At this point, as I'm sitting there jumping it back and forth, I feel like I'm stuck, and I am kind of slightly stuck. It was slightly buried in a hole. It was a few inches in the ground. But as we'll find out here shortly, the front left caliper is actually seized up. And as I do a few brake applications as I go down their hill, as I leave the place, it just locks up even more and gets much, much worse. So I'm not so much fighting the fact that I'm stuck as I'm fighting actually a caliper, but as I'm sitting in the truck, I feel like I'm still in a rut somewhere. So that's the problem I was having. So at this point we know that the vehicle runs and drives and it moves, but we do not know about the caliper quite yet. But we are unlocking the hubs here in a second just because we still think that the transfer case has an issue. We didn't verify that. We're simply trying to get it out of there. So we just unlocked the hubs to make sure that the four-wheel drive wouldn't get damaged or anything like that while we were moving on the asphalt.
Alright, so we got the hubs, we got it running. We don't want to shut it off because it might not start again. Looks like we got two-wheel drive is this way. I heard the good, oh wait, that's four-wheel drive. So it was,
There you go.
now it's got a 4 there and then a 2. So now we're on 4x2. If it was right on this side, it'd be a 4x4. So now we're in two-wheel drive on this side. We'll go to the other side.
There you go.
And same thing, it's already in two-wheel drive. So if you wanted to go four-wheel drive, you spin it all the way around and you get locked in four-wheel. But we don't want that because we're gonna be driving on pavement. So tires don't look too bad.
Tires are pretty good.
Tires are actually good. Hopefully we can make it home without blowing up one.
Oh, you should.
A little dirty, sir.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it's, that man, my truck, just picked
we are officially on the road. My brother back there driving my pickup truck. And woo comes all the dust. We'll see. It has got a hard pull to the left right now.
So what's actually happening right now is I'm giving it all it's got in about a second or third gear, and it just does not want to go.
Goodness.
As you can see, it's obviously putting out a lot of smoke.
I think the carbon needs burned out of it.
And as I'm driving, I'm feeling the hard pull to the left. I'm feeling a lot of tension. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. And eventually, I do pull over because I feel like there's just something completely wrong here.
All right, we're gonna have a little powwow here and see what's going on. Well, we figured what's going on. We got a stuck brake caliper. She's sizzling pretty good.
Oh, we didn't make it far. We should probably block the tires since that's the only tire actually holding the thing in place.
Oh, yeah. You got blocks?
Yeah. Just don't want to have a remix of the Christmas Story with all the lug nuts.
Yeah.
It's like he was thinking of stopping and then he decided to say, no, screw those guys. Ugh. Whew, it's hot. Alrighty. Now that we can see the evil.
Like, you got a smaller screwdriver or something, or start gently poking and prodding? Maybe whack it, maybe in here too, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if that's where the piston's actually at.
Oh, I just got loosened up right there. Those just started sliding around too.
Or maybe it's your sliders that are frozen, maybe.
Oh, we're getting there.
There you go. You're not bending your lug nuts anymore. Work it, baby.
Oh yeah, she's loose now.
Yeah, but step on the brake. Well, go ahead and just get in the cab and step on it and see if it locks back up.
We were planning on just not touching the brake.
Well, yeah.
it's hot out here. That'd be hilarious if it had nothing to do with the four-wheel drive being locked up, and it was just this caliper that was seized.
I'm beginning to wonder. There you go. It's getting a little warm out here.
It is freaking warm.
Right?
That feels way better.
There you go.
Alrighty. Same dealio.
Okay.
Alrighty, well, we made it home in one piece. The drive went not too bad. A little bit breakdown with the brake calipers, but other than that, it arrived here all in one piece. Didn't blow any tires up, really surprised on that. This one looks like it got a little bit flat, but now we got the cleanup work to do. So we did make it home. We got it out of the woods, started it up with nothing but really a battery and a simple connection in the front. Got to figure out what the heck that was all about. We definitely got a lot of wiring issues to do with this. Got quite a bit of corrosion. Rat got in here in the front, so we got a little bit of work to do, but other than that, honestly, not really too bad. We're going to do some work on the brake calipers, do some wiring, get this thing cleaned up. Got to figure out why the headlights aren't working, if maybe it's just the headlights, or we'll see what it is. But other than that, honestly, it didn't drive too bad. After you got to about 55, it did a little bit of shaking and whatnot, but it wasn't terrible. More or less just the tires either thrown away or the tires simply have sat for so long that they've gotten kind of deformed with the rubber, they get heavy to one side basically. So the tires are shot. We'll put brand new tires on it, full around, spend probably $1,000 on just tires, but it'll get them all going good. We'll figure out what's wrong with the transfer case. They said it's locked in four-wheel drive. Don't know if the caliper was maybe part of the issue or not, of what they were trying to diagnose. I don't know. We're going to take it one step at a time. So we'll get this thing all cleaned up and looking fresh again and a little more presentable than sitting in the woods and slowly deteriorating. So I'm really happy I found this thing, and we're going to get this thing running the way it should be.